Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick demo of how I like to practice my 2-5-1 progression. So if you haven't already watched the module on the 2-5-1 progression, explaining it from a music theory standpoint, how it works in the context of a tune, go watch that first and then come back here. So I like to think of my 2-5-1 progression first as a 4-bar phrase of 1 bar of the 2 minor 7 chord, 1 bar of the 5 chord, dominant 7 chord, and 2 bars of the home bass chord, 2 bars of the 1 chord. So I'm going to do this in the key of G, so it's going to look like A minor 7, followed by D dominant 7, followed by 2 bars of G major 7. And I'm just going to repeat that a couple times, arpeggiating the chord 1, 3, 5, 7. I'm going to use a swing rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to get really familiar and comfortable with that. And the next thing I'm going to do is just keep that vamp going in my head. It's great to use a metronome here or even a play along if you have one. And then start to improvise just using the chord tones like this. I'm going to start with the pattern again and slowly get away from it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm using almost entirely chord tones that whole time, and I'm keeping that 4-bar vamp of a 2-5-1 progression going. Eventually, the goal is to be able to do this in all 12 keys, but don't let that intimidate you. Go 1 key at a time, maybe 2 a week if you're really ambitious about this, but eventually you'll get to all 12, and that's going to set you up really well to learn almost any jazz standard. 90% of jazz harmony pre-1970 is 2-5-1 progression. So I hope this was helpful. Hit me with questions, and I'll see you in the next training.